So you're going up a rocky climb, you've got those lockers locked in, and those wheels are clawing their way up. You're fighting that steering the whole way. Then you crank that steering wheel, and you give it a little too much throttle, and that's when the Bronco stops, looks at you straight in the eyes, and says,
"We're done here."
You've seen the pictures, that wheel kicked out, Bronco stranded halfway up a trail, and everybody yelling tie rods. And truth is, it's not because those tie rods are weak. It's because we're asking them to do something they weren't designed for. It's basically physics cashing in on bad geometry. And here's what gets me. We lift our vehicles, we throw oversized tires on it, and then we wonder why shit breaks. What's up, guys? John Kehm here. Welcome to Project Kehm, where today we're going to talk about tie rods, some geometry, and even maybe a little bit of physics therapy. So let's get started. So I'll be honest, I've never actually snapped a tie rod, but I keep seeing this happening. I've seen the photos, I've talked to people who have done that, and I keep wondering, why is this happening? Is this a bad design, or are we just pushing these things past their limits? Because mechanically it's not making any sense. Maybe it's bullshit, maybe it's marketing, maybe it's just trail talk. So I started digging. I talked to owners, I looked at that geometry, and I saw some patterns. And what I found just might save you from wasting money on some shit you don't need. So at a glance, if you think about it, tie rods are pretty simple. I mean, all they do is connect your steering rack to your wheel, and that's what turns your tires. But once you add a lift and change that geometry, then that becomes the weak link in that steering. So every turn, bump, and flex puts load on that joint. I mean, think about it. From the factory, everything's nice and flat, but we're the ones changing those angles and throwing everything out of whack. I mean, logically, how is it even supposed to hold up? So I'm sure you've probably seen those photos with the wheel kicked out and the Bronco stranded halfway up a trail. Toe straps are coming out, and half the comments are saying Ford cheaped out, and the other half are saying driver error. Well, the truth is, both can be right.
It's easy to point fingers at Ford, at the driver, at the part. But the truth is, every failure has more than one parent. It's just math with attitude.
I mean, you change the angles, the tires, and the leverage, it's going to change where that stress lands. And it's not going to take much. One throttle jab at full lock, and that tie rod's your fuse. You know, I own Broncos and I own Jeeps, and I gotta say, the Bronco tie rods just look so much stronger. Thicker threads, beefier bar, more material where it counts. And why is that? I mean, are they stronger? Well, the fact is they kind of are, but we're looking at a different suspension layout. So I think the Bronco setup is fine when they're stock. It's when you start lifting them and adding traction that you start asking for trouble. I mean, you're not snapping those tie rods because they're weak. You're snapping them because the math changed. I mean, think about it. Same Bronco, different lift, different outcome. So from the factory, everything's flat. Tie rods, arms, geometry all working together. But you add a lift and those tie rods angle down, and now with every bump, everything's shoved sideways instead of straight. I mean, you're not steering anymore, you're fighting leverage at that point.
Which adds more stress, a 2-inch lift or 37s on stock geometry? Drop your guess in the comments.
You add 35s or 37s, bead locks, lockers, and that leverage goes through the roof. I mean, let's play this out. More tire, more traction, more torque. I mean, something's got to give. I mean, right? I mean, it's like giving a toddler a sledgehammer. Sure, he's going to swing it, but he's going to fuck something up doing it. And you'll feel it. Steering goes light like you lost that connection. And that's your tie rod saying, hey, we're near the edge.
Everyone thinks failure is instant, that pop. But really, it's the moment right before, when everything feels light, that warning shot most people miss.
tie rods don't pop for no reason. They fail when geometry, timing, and throttle don't line up. I mean, picture it. One wheel stuffed, one drooped, hard turn, throttle pin. And that's when that throttle becomes the fuse in the system. And this is where people get it wrong. It's not random, it's cause and effect. I mean, come on, Ford built them for stock angles and loads, but we changed that. I mean, heck, lift it, add more weight, more traction, and you just move that weak spot to the steering.
I've seen it. Guy snaps a tie rod halfway up a trail, and the day's done. You don't forget the sound. You don't forget that silence after.
So every rig's gonna have its weak link, and this I know because I've owned these all. Bronco's going to be U-joints, Jeep's gonna be the ball joints, and this gen, it looks like the steering. And when you beef up one part, you're just gonna move the failure somewhere else. It's like fixing a leak by moving the hole over. It's not bad design, it's just how load works. It's always gonna find the softest spot.
Every build I've done taught me something. The part that fails isn't always the weakest. It's just the next one that got tired of being ignored.
So if you're stock height and tires, then relax. I mean, you're fine. But if you're lifted on 35s, 37s with lockers and you're pushing it hard, that's when tie rods aren't bling anymore. They become insurance. And look, man, I'm not here to sell you upgrades. I'm just here to tell you that you've got that option. I mean, half the stuff people bolt on is just expensive shit they don't need. And here's what gets me. I mean, people spend before they understand. I mean, think first and mod second. If your rig needs it, then it's worth it. So if you're not ready to drop big money yet, and I don't blame you, I'm gonna give you 5 ways to keep your stock tie rods alive.
Number 1, don't turn the wheel when the front end's hanging. When the tires are off the ground, the tie rod's the only thing fighting the whole steering rack. It's like trying to twist a wrench in midair. There's nothing to push against, so something's gonna flex. Number 2, avoid full lock turns with throttle. That's max leverage on every joint, and then you're adding torque. It's like pushing something heavy with your arms locked straight. There's no give left, so the hit goes straight to the joint. Number 3, check the boots and joints often. That rubber boot's the only thing keeping grit out. A torn boot's like running an engine with no air filter. It'll feel fine till it isn't. Number 4, if it binds, stop and move the truck instead of forcing it. Binding means the steering's already out of line. It's like forcing a stuck drawer. Yank it harder and you'll just break the track. And number 5, be honest about how you drive. If you beat on it, expect wear. It's physics, not personality. Work boots aren't running shoes, so don't expect one to survive doing the other's job.
So those stock tie rods, they're not crap, they're just honest. I mean, change the angle, change the load, you're gonna change the result. So upgraded tie rods are gonna use thicker threads, they're gonna have stronger bar stock and beefier housings. So they're designed to take more side load before they bend. But remember, now you just move that weak point over. Like I said before, fix a leak, move the hole over.
Alright guys, so if you're going to upgrade, here's what actually matters. First is material, forged steel or chromoly. Those are the real deal. Billet aluminum, not for me. Looks cool in the photos until you drag it across a rock. Second, the joint. Sealed joints if you want quiet, clean, and maintenance free. Heims if you want all the flex and don't mind a little grease every now and then. And then the one nobody ever checks, serviceability. If the ends aren't replaceable, you're not saving money. You're signing up to buy the whole bar again later. So bottom line, buy smart, not shiny. Here's the payoff. Once you dial that stuff in, you stop wondering what will break next. You just drive. That's the whole point. So here are a few other videos in the Bronco Budget Build series that you might find useful. Bilstein 6112 setup, what actually makes it ride right. The CV axle reality check, how those angles tie right in today's problem. The rear track bar fix, what really centers your axle. And the rear control arms, the debate that won't die.
Are Bronco tie rods weak? No, not really. I mean, they're just honest. I mean, drive smart, check your parts often, and upgrade when your rig demands it. So if you've already bent one, do me a favor and drop it in the comments. And let me know what you were doing when it happened. I want to continue tracking this pattern. And do me a favor, I mean, don't be a zombie. Hit like, subscribe, and follow me before your build dies too. And we'll see you next time.
We're done here.